Michael Cooper, shoop, 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 shoop. I have a bunch of friends in that band. Michael, Brian. That was fun. I'm wearing, I don't know, is anybody here yet? Am I talking to myself? Am I talking to myself? Whoa, really? Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Period. I'll tell you some stories. Period. How funny. I am going to my page. My name is Jenna Mammina. This is 11:11 with Jenna. I'm here 7 days, 7 nights, 14 times a week, right here on 11:11 with Jenna. What? 11:11 with Jenna t-shirt? Hey, Canada, does not shrink. You want to know how I know? Because I washed it. I wasn't going to put it in the dryer. I put it in the dryer, and I wanted to heat up the clothes after they were already dried because there were blankets in there for Lillian. So I heated it up extra. Oh, God. I know. Okay, let me just check. Thanks, not that close to me despite the look of the smoke. Yeah, Colorado. Oh, man. Been talking to some people. Keeping them. Oh, is that Jim Gardner? Jim, we were just talking about you just like seconds ago. Are you really here? You need to come hang out with me on the show. Jim, we were just talking about, just like Stacy. Did I just tell you that I worked at a recording studio where Too Short and En Vogue and like all these people came and worked at? Like now. There's no problem here. It says to report a problem. Anyway, Jim Gardner, mwah, I miss you, brother. Come hang out with me right here. Tomorrow night, yes. Okay, here's the deal. We're going to start right at, let me make this, what do you call it, public? Michael, Jim, we were just talking about you. Remember when I worked for Michael Cooper? Shoop, shoop. And I organized all of Confunction's songs and did all that stuff? We did. Hi, Rob. Are we getting to Morocco tonight? My guests? I called like 7 people. People are sick and didn't want to be on. They just weren't ready because I loved that. I loved what the kids, I loved what Patty's grandkids, they're going to be on one of these days. But let me make this public before I go any further because my name is Jenna. This is here every day, 7 days, 7 nights, 14 times a week, right here on Facebook. So if you're watching it live, thank you. If you're watching it later, thank you. If you want to share the show, please do. Tonight will probably be short and I'll just sit here and talk for a little bit because we got to talk about tomorrow night. And then William, thank you, lifts it up and takes it over to YouTube. And so there are over close to 1,200 shows, almost 1,200 shows. There will be 1,290 or 1,190 shows, I think. Maybe 1,200. Now you can go see. So anyway, I need to make this public so that Patty, fun, dun, 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 dun. Telling you, just talking about you. Editing, the privacy, public, it is done. My work is done here. No, it's not. This is fun. One of my sons just flew home tonight from visiting his brother in Loveland, Colorado. Oh, Julie. Hello, Michael Bartoloni. Well, I'm glad he was able to get out because I'm guessing many of the flights are going to be, once the smoke happens. I've been in that. It's not fun. I'm really sorry, and I'm really sorry that Oof, scary. Tell it when they that beep 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 and they make you evacuate and you don't leave because you don't want to leave your house because you might walk away and it will be gone. Hey, but in other good news. Just in case there are any new people on, when there are 11 people, we dance the 11-11 dance. We get a little bit of this and a little bit of Suzanne's thing, and like right now, here you get an opportunity. Now you get the gist. Okay. Anyway, who's here? Patty Lohman, Julie Luce, Carl Hess. Hello, Carl. William D. Dan. What's up, Dan? Has anybody ever had one of those eye pillows or those neck ones, the natural ones that you put into the microwave, and they're usually rice or flaxseed or cherry pits? Has anyone ever experienced that before? Hello, Rob, Morocco. Hey, Patty. What up? I'm curious. April, Bruce. It is a scary world. Looney Tunes. That's why we're here, right here. They had 2-hour delay in Salt Lake City due to snow. Michael Teach. What up, Teach? Hello. Hey, Pat. Wow. What's up? You need to come back and hang out on the show. How are you feeling, Patty? Yeah, Patty, how are you feeling? Patty had her shot. She had a shot. 13 of you here right now. This is so cool. So, Rich. Hi. Hi. Rich is my old roommate. Rich, you need to come be on the show. And we need to tell your story. And we need to hang out. Please, please, please. Rich has a really cool company called Cycle Tow in Berkeley, Oakland, in the Bay Area. Like AAA for motorcyclists. Better today, no fever, just tired and weak. You got to drink more tequila than your margaritas. Do you make your own? Make your own what? What are we talking about? Make your own t-shirts? Oh, yes, so cool. So anyway, I needed to heat up the blankets because Lillian likes hot blankets. She likes the laundry when it comes out, and so I cooked it. And then I went, oh, I had my black t-shirt, my 11-11 with Jenna t-shirt in there. What? There was a short one. So anyway, wait, they work well. We use them all the time. They work well, microwave and relax. Well, I used to make them. Happy New Year to you, Rich. We'll be here tomorrow night. Have you ever, I used to make eye pillows for my yoga classes and stuff. Have you ever kept it in too long? That's the next question. Have you ever put, I'm just going to heat it for 3 minutes, and then maybe it went in for 8 minutes? Yeah, so see, there's 11. Now we dance. Nutella will give you a pickup, Patty. Nutella. So has anyone, I'm not hearing any admitting that they've burned their little things. Well, I've done it with cherries, with rice and flax. And I know someone else that did it tonight. So it was just a topic of conversation. And yeah, Patty, just barf, Rob. Okay, so tomorrow night, 11:11, starting at 11. So we have 1 hour to get to midnight. Is it? Is it because I'm not so close to the mic? Do you want me to lower it? I can lower it, but then I'm lowered too. That's because it's a party, Carl. Okay, so we're going to celebrate at midnight on the East Coast. Then we're going to celebrate Central. It's always loud. Happy New Year, right? And then Mountain Time, and then Pacific Time. So whoever's going to be here, whenever you're here, we'll be partying for that hour, and then the next hour, and then the next hour, and then, I don't know. I might have to run out and take Lillian for a quick potty. But other than that, I'm here, I'm committed, and what? You want to know how to generously donate money or buy a t-shirt? Oh, I'll show you. And if you love the show, please share it. Please share it. Share it with your friends. And tomorrow night is Display and Share, just so you know. I have something. I'm pretty excited. It's always loud, Carl. It's kind of like when we go to a fusion concert. Oh, speaking of, Tim Spitali will be making his 1-year anniversary performance right here on 11/11 tomorrow night. Tim Spitali will be performing. Oh yeah. We play loud. Yeah. We were listening to, I'll just play a little tiny bit of what I was playing earlier because I don't want to get. Okay, that's all. Anyway, so tomorrow night. Oh, there it is again. It was there just for a second. I might have a different setup tomorrow. I need a new microphone. What time is what? What time is what, Patty? Fun, fun, fun. Oh, what time is Tim? I don't know. Love ya. Oh, Rich, seriously, will you please consider being a guest on my show sometime? Please? You guys, Rich is so awesome. So awesome. And he was a dear friend of my parents and a good buddy of my father's towards the end of his life. So, and I've known him for 20 plus years. I know. No, it was Confunction. Fun, fun, fun. Yes, Rich Gibbons gonna be on the show. You could even, well, we could talk about where you could do it from. Do it from your place or from the clubhouse or, wow. Celebrity in the house. That will be when Rich Gibbons on the show. Hi, Suzanne. Suzanne's here. We are coast to coast right now. Confunction is a band from the Bay Area, East Bay, Richmond, Berkeley, Oakland. And, so Rich has a company where he tows motorcycles. So when motorcyclists get in accidents or they stop wherever on the road, he goes out and picks them up on his trucks. And he's got a fleet of trucks and he's really cool. And he's got all these cool, super cool. Oh, and the next time I'm in town, I'll do a show right from there. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Suzanne, are they tahooting tonight? Tahoot. Tahoot. I got this. Did I tell you? I did tell you about. This one is the cardamom coffee. Fun, fun, fun. I need to get Michael Cooper on here. Are we friends on here? Yeah, I think we're friends on here. I need to get Michael Cooper on the show, and then he can go, ow, shoot, shoot. Michael Cooper? Is it that Michael Cooper? No, see, there's a lot of different Michael Coopers. That's not the Michael Cooper I'm trying to reach. Nope, different Michael Cooper. If anyone has Michael Cooper's, if anyone's friends with Michael Cooper from Confunction, oh, Brian. I know Brian will be big. I can't tell you what Brian is, but anyway, you guys. Oh, happy birthday, Chloe. Chloe's here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chloe. Happy birthday to you. No relation. You're in. What about my Italian, huh? Do you do a show on a motorcycle? Nope. Nope. And not related. Oh, you want to do a show on a motorcycle. Patty does. Patty's like, yeah, anytime. Patty, you need to come out and meet Rich, and we'll all go out and hang out. And yeah, that would be fun. Yeah. 2 birthdays. There's quite a few birthdays today. I wonder, why would that be? Well, just because I know a lot of people. So anybody going to jump on here tonight with me? Are you going to leave me here hanging? Come on. Is it Morocco? Well, then we're just going to dance. Tim's got a bike too. Yeah. So anyway, so tomorrow night I'm gonna stay on. I might not stay up till Maui. Let's do a show with Italians. See? But then we got to do a show with the indigenous and my Spanish cousins too, like Armando. Tomorrow morning we'll be here. Tomorrow night, display and share. I'm looking at my display and share right now. I want to show it to you right now, but I can't. My mom hasn't even seen it. I bought myself a gift because I saw it online and I went, Dave has a bike. Well, Rich wouldn't drive that far to fix their bikes. You like my ring? Oh, my friend Carla that jumps on the show sometime. Carla Neary Jason. It's a really cool ring. It's blue and you can't really tell, but you can kind of tell. But see how that's the one side. And then the other side, it's magical. It's like that. She's got super, super cool design. I saw it online. I said, I have to have that ring. She goes, I don't know if it's going to fit you. I said, I wanted to support her art. I wanted to buy something. I have a couple of her, I have a necklace that she made for me. But I know, isn't it cool? Super cool. I like it too. And my friend made it. I have a company called My Friend Made It. So I represent different people and I have to show what my friends make. Oh, the silver one, just the band. I like that too. Yep, another friend made that. What's for dinner and drinks tomorrow night? I'm going to be drinking sparkling types of things. Morocco's? What are you guys going to be eating? And will we get a Morocco this week? Now, and then let's see, Morocco's 2 hours? And Blanche said she was going to show up. She said she'd pop in. She might stop over. I think she's over at the Upton's house or something. Asti, really? Can't do it. Too sweet. Paisans. Yeah, I could get some of my cousins on here. Carol is watching. Carol is watching. Carol, the painter of yarn. Painter of wool. Should I say wool instead? Instead of the painter of thread is kind of dramatic. I like it though. The painter of. I'm gonna do it.
11 with Jenna. 11 with Jenna.
Yeah,
11 with Jenna. 11 with Jenna. 11 with Jenna. Right now. 11 with Jenna.
Press those pads. Prosecco with orange slice. Fancy. What are you gonna wear? What are you guys gonna wear? I mean, you could have worn an 11 with Jenna t-shirt. Just saying. Chicken marsala and vodka cran. Nice. Gracie, what are we gonna eat tonight? Get ready to fly, 'cause we're gonna live it all up in the sky. I made cauliflower. I did it. I sliced cauliflower. I made cauliflower steaks. Put a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of fresh garlic, and I put it in the air fryer. It was good. You watching on a big screen? Yeah, Carl. Oh, ready? Palms. Ready? Like that.
11 with Jenna. 11 with Jenna.
Put your thumbs down.
11 with Jenna. 11 with Jenna. With Jenna. 11 with Jenna. Right now. 11 with Jenna.
Isn't that a cool mug? Well, this air fryer is. This one, isn't it cool? My neighbor. My neighbor got it for me. It's so cute. I like mugs. I have 2 right here. God, this air fryer thing. It is, because what it does do, which is really cool, Grace is like, it's a really expensive toaster. It toasts bread on both sides beautifully. Like you put it in, you go bagel or toast. Oh, I know. I want a Pat Moriarty mug. Pat, come hang out with us tomorrow night. We'll be celebrating West Coast. That'll be 2, 11, 12, 2 o'clock. Do you have any? A Pat Moriarty? Yeah, come on. Let's get a mug. Let's get an 11 with Jenna Pat Moriarty mug. That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. I pressed the wrong button. Okay. Pads. I meant avocado. Hey, other way, point him down. Avocado oil, not olive oil.
Right now.
That's what it's for, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, Hi guys. Freezing, but not too bad. So that's about it.
What is the temp?
It's minus 30 right now, so it's getting colder. It's colder at the I think 4 o'clock today than it was 6 in the morning. So now we've got another deep freeze coming. So I think tomorrow night it'll be about the minus 36, minus 37. So so I'm gonna do a quick Morocco for you guys because I know you're trying to make it a short night. So my illustrious wife here will.
Carol,
Hello.
She's
do
like,
you
nope.
like thread or wool or yarn?
Pardon me?
You like if I say painter of thread, painter of wool, or painter of yarn?
Both.
All of the above. Thread, wool, and yarn. Okay.
Yes.
Hi.
So
Leather,
there you
hair.
go.
Leather, hair, beings, painter of beings. You're a painter of the soul.
Phoebe, you cannot go outside. All right.
So, Zoe, okay, hold on, everybody.
Right?
Wait. No, wait. Can you go ahead?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
It's freezing. So,
Chihuahua. Did it hit you in the head?
no,
Ice?
just a tiny little chunk hit me. That's about it. Let me see if I can flip this back.
You in the face?
Oh, where are we going here? There we go. Just a little piece hit me on the back of the head. So it's cold enough that when it does go up to the top, it comes down in pieces sometimes. If I don't spray it enough to give it a good fluff, if I threw it up, but it was getting really cold. I had to throw it up. So
It's like so cold, does it make your brain like rattled, sort of? I mean, 30 below.
it's, you know what, it's, you get used to it. It's not too bad. Like when it hits minus 40, like ambient minus 40, that sucks. That sucks like you can't believe. So, and then I know up north is about 180 miles from here. They're saying they're going to get close to minus 47 tonight. So they'll be the coldest place on earth tonight, just north of here. So, yeah, you know, if you go south of here, which is about probably about 180 miles, Carol, not her boyfriend, Carol, but Stephanie and her boyfriend, I know. So,
Hey,
yeah.
no.
That's it. But yeah, Stephanie and her boyfriend are in Banff National Park. They rented right by Lake Louise. There's some ski hills there. It's right in the Rocky Mountains, but they have cabins there with big fireplaces. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So they're going to be there for New Year's Eve and then come back on Saturday. So they're loving it. I think it's one of the first times they went out to something as nice as that.
Do they ski?
You know what? They're going skating. So they're on they actually have snowshoes as well at this cabin lodge type thing. So they're going to go snowshoeing because there's a lot of snow there. And they're going to skate on Lake Louise. So Lake Louise is a beautiful mountain lake way up high. And there's a skater. What's his name, Carol? Ellie Balje, who's been in Canada mostly and around the world, but he used to be a figure skater, but he's like kind of hockey player, really big and tough type thing. But he skates and does all these things on lakes and places like that versus in arenas. So he's going to be there tomorrow, and Steph's she follows him on Twitter as well. So hopefully they'll Instagram, yeah. So
I'll post a video on this.
she's going to post a video. This guy's phenomenal. So just a great Canadian. So what he does.
Post it. So I have a friend that's buying a house in wait, where is she buying a house? Prince Edward Island.
Wow, so Prince Edward Island is about believe it or not, from here on a flight, and it's still in Canada, 7 hours direct. So okay. Oh my God, Zoe, she's like, she's worried about me. Yes, it was cold. So Prince Edward Island is beautiful. It's a small little island. We actually have a bridge that crosses the ocean, Confederate Bridge. It's about 30 I keep talking kilometers, but about 21-mile bridge across the open ocean.
No.
And we're not talking like big swales of water, which it is. You're talking like iceberg city and frozen and really cold. So yeah, I've been across the bridge a few times. The island is incredible. It's a small island. PEI. They've actually had their highest COVID of all time pandemic there. I think there's only like 300,000 people on this entire island, but
Pizzeria called Fonzie's. I
um,
work at Fonzie's.
yeah, beautiful island. That's the place that I saw where when you first get across the bridge, there's a little vendor who's kind of famous in Canada, and it's called PEI, Prince Edward Island Dirt Shirt. And so he sells the soil there is a lot of potatoes grow there, but it's that red soil. So they cover the shirts in red soil, just like Carol's friend got the idea from there for Rwanda. And once you kind of put it in that mixture of red dirt and stuff and then wash it, it kind of cooks in. And so I got red, is a dirt shirt, PEI dirt shirt, it'll say on it. So it's kind of a, like poutine, a Canada thing, right? So yeah.
Bay of Fundy, is that how you say it? Fundy?
Bay of Fundy, the highest tides, I think, on the West Coast, like massive tides. So yeah, I'm in the very west part of Canada. Wow, we're still about 800 miles from the ocean, the Pacific Ocean, Vancouver, from where we are. And so to go over there, we're talking, there's a highway that goes all the way there, but you're talking about 4,000 miles. And
Wow.
but as soon as you go to the east side, the prices are very reasonable, but it's just, people are fantastic. They're like, 10 times nicer than you could see on Schitt's Creek, even though they were quirky, right? But just peaceful, nice, talk to you all day long. Like it's the greatest thing. I love that place.
Tomorrow, if they accepted her offer, and then I'll tell you who it is.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, is a lot of people from Toronto, where prices are very expensive now, and in Montreal are starting to go there toward the water, where you can still buy reasonable houses, and many people are buying them sight unseen, which is odd for Atlantic Canada. But yeah, you could, for US, like in Nova Scotia or New Brunswick side, which is still on the water, on the ocean, 170, 150 US buys you a really nice place pretty close to the water. Maybe not like a mansion style thing. So that's catching on, where in Vancouver, you would need $1.5 million to even get in Vancouver, right? In an older home US. So yeah, it's, we'll see. Actually, I talked to Carol yesterday about it. I said, maybe we should go out east. Like, we want to go to BC because the climate's so much better. Not this week, but the climate's better. And then closer to family here. It's 7 hours. It's like going to Europe every time you want to cross, right? But
7 hours on a flight.
Direct. Yep. So if you can get there, you can't get to PI direct. You can get sometimes Halifax. The flights are really changed from 2 years ago, but yeah, just absolutely beautiful. And the houses are painted in those maritime colors, and especially not far from there, if you go to Newfoundland across the water, it's just incredible. Like the people are just incredible. So nicest people you can meet. So
Well, I think
everywhere.
people like right here on this show. Thank you all so much. This was it was really exciting today to see that article, because he pretty much, he got the gist of it. He goes, is it okay? Can I come on your show sometime? I said, please come hang out with us. And I think tomorrow night's going to be fun, and I'm looking forward to what's going to be happening, anytime. Carol, are we going to be able to see the painting tomorrow night?
No.
Why? Yes. Carol's like, no. She has the hat. She hasn't worked on it because she's been working like some hand drawing stuff on her next painting. So she's working hard.
Christmas got in the way.
Yeah, Christmas. Yeah, but yeah, but for definitely tomorrow will be very cold, so I'll do a big bucket Morocco. So
What do you guys do? Are you doing anything? Are you seeing? Yeah, we need more members on 1111 for sure. We're working on it. We're working on it. Getting some of Morocco.
for 25 years, we do New Year's at home. We haven't went anywhere. We used to do, you go to the restaurant or to the places like halls or whatever. But once we had Steph, we said, nah. So we just spent whatever we were going to spend on a night buying crab. So it's been, I think, 25 years of crab, I would imagine, Carol. Yep. So tomorrow night will be crab, and then we'll never eat it again until next year because it's just, we get sick of it to the point we can't, we're never having that again, so.
We do that with my dad. We'd eat it for like 2 weeks straight. Just like more crab, 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 crab. Get the crab. Lisa, get the crab. Katie, get the crab. Grace, get some crab, crab. And we make it all different ways. And, I was taught by this captain of a boat up in Mendocino. He said, when you don't have really good crab, like tiny, smaller crab, to take it and break it into little pieces, dip it, roll it, and deep fry it.
Wow.
Dungeness. Yeah. I've gotten crab straight from Dungeness and eaten it right there on the beach at Dungeness. Like people break it, and I didn't break it with my teeth, but well, that's nice. What's your dad doing?
So he's going to do same thing. He lives a block from here, so he's going to have. I have an uncle. I have my cousin lives right behind me. I've got relatives all over within one block of here. It's like a little Italy.
That's so doing that now. Yay.
So my dad's born on New Year's Day, so he's actually having a New Year's Eve, and then it's his birthday the next day. He'll be 87, I think, tomorrow, or day after tomorrow. So, and Carol.
87 on New Year's Day.
Yep, and he's like he'd be climbing the roof and building something, or he's been shoveling tons of snow. He likes doing it, so completely mobile, 100%. And Carol's dad, strange as it is, was born on New Year's Day as well.
What?
Yep. So with Carol on Christmas Day, and then both our dads on New Year's Day, it was kind of a condensed thing. And Carol always she didn't really get a birthday party, right? So unless we separated out and made a day before type thing, but she doesn't do birthdays, so just like whatever. Next.
Carol, did you ever feel like, wow, my birthday's on Christmas, wah, 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 that kind of thing? Like
her whole life, she said.
My sister has her birthday January 5th, and she celebrates in August.
Oh, yep. We used to separate it as a Carol Day, but Christmas.
Carol Day.
That's it. It's like horoscopes. Not that I care about them, but I always just pick the best one. That's mine.
When you want.
Read them all, and the one that I like the best, that's mine for that day. So.
Yeah, Carl said I played so many New Year's gigs out till 4 a.m. Yeah. I don't usually go out unless people say, do you go out on New Year's? I say, yeah, if I get paid, but I get paid to go out. That's about it. Yeah, because by the time sometimes I'll do gigs that they would hire us to do a gig from 7 to 9, and you're home by 10, which was great.
That's right, eh? I thought you'd have to play it right through midnight as their
one gig, Robin and my friend Tom Miller and I, it was in Calistoga, and they put us up. They're like, we're going to put you up for the night. You're going to play at a restaurant called Catahoula's in downtown Calistoga, and it's going to be a really nice everything, and you're going to play until 1 a.m. We started at 8 and we played till 1, and we were getting paid, good money. So we drove up there. They put us up in a converted barn, which was fine. It had no running water. They had bottles of water because Tom's like, yeah, I'll just take a shower up there before the gig. I'm like, yeah, I'll take showers. We get there, there's a shower. There was a bottle, and then it had one of those dry commodes, the green commode.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jenna, look out with that remark. I don't know what remark I was talking about. So then at the end of we go to the gig and we start it and we're playing and it's about 10:30 and the lights go out, the power, everything, shoop, gone. Someone had hit a power, what's the word?
Power pole.
In the town of Calistoga and knocked out
Oh,
all of the power in Calistoga.
probably a transformer or something.
So we had to wait until 1 o'clock. They lit candles and we played acoustic and we were all eating. They had to make all this food. They were doing it in the fire because the refrigerator was they didn't know when it was coming back on. So they had to cook all this food. So we just sat there and ate all this food and we had a blast. I don't know what remark that I should be careful with. But Edmonton must be the coldest. Oh, transformer? Yeah. I don't know. Is that the remark? Anyway, that was I don't go out on New Year's Eve unless I'm paid. No, I don't.
Oh, okay,
That remark. A lot of money.
well, a working woman, we have to be.
Hey, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
The finger.
Oh, you know what? My big fat finger is resting like a stand holder. There we go. No, I was saying yeah, I guess working women, you have to be careful, right? No, don't. I hope you didn't catch that swear word from my wife. But
I didn't hear anything, Rob.
yeah, I was always like, no.
I love this T-shirt.
Well, the other ones haven't got there yet, eh? So wait till you feel the other ones, then you'll really, really, really like them. I'm gonna do this.
This got softer.
There. That'll be better. Yeah, so your microphone is unmuted. What a crazy thing.
Yeah, exactly. Carl doesn't go out unless he gets paid either. That's why Carl and I are going to start a duo. We're not going to go out unless we get paid. Where'd you go, Morocco? There you are. Now we can't hear you. All right, ready?
So yeah, whatever I touched, it said,
Happy New Year to you too, brother. Wow, that's cool.
So when you couldn't hear me, my screen said safe driving mode. I was on safe driving mode. It thought I was driving, I guess, all of a sudden. So weirdest thing.
Weirdest thing. 2 years ago, a New Year's Eve party and a New Year's Day party. Like I had 20 people making food, hanging out at a party, then did a gig, and then came home and did another party. Got on a plane, got off the plane, and Grace was sick. Grace was so sick. Rob, you're stiff as a board, Patty says.
No, I'm on a relaxing chair, and normally I would walk around and do I'll help Patty with this, but she's not feeling good right now, though, so I don't want to make you barf, like you said, Patty. So,
when I read the book Perfect Storm, do you know that movie, The Perfect Storm?
Yep, with off the coast with George Clooney and stuff on the boat.
When I read the book, I got seasick.
Oh my God.
Just reading it, I went, whoa.
It's I was on the North Pacific. I rented a fishing guide. We're doing salmon, or salmon as you like to call it. And
That's what Canada call it.
Yeah, not all, but people do. I've heard it.
We'll say that. That's where I got it from. Oh, you have salmon in America? I'm like, where are you from?
That's it. But yeah, we went with a friend of mine, and we rented, hired a guy with a nice sized boat and everything. And it was like expensive, a couple $1,000 a day. But he did everything. And we both were scared that we were going to get seasick because we both had got seasick on something else not too long before. And we're like, what are we going to do? And so when I got on the boat with him, the guide that day, and it was like glass. And I said, man, I'm so happy. He says, we were thinking it was going to get really bad. And I said, but what happens if it gets bad? Do we have to go out tomorrow? He says, I don't care. He says, you paid me. He says, you don't have to fish if you don't want. Kind of, he was saying it jokingly, but he said, yes, so we went out, but we were on the North Pacific, and we were out 25 miles, and it was so choppy, gale force winds. The boat would rise so high, we thought we were on a mountain, and then drop so low that we had a wall of water 10, 15 feet higher than the boat all day for 9 hours. But when we got off the boat on the dock, like we expected we were going to collapse and fall apart, within 10 seconds, we were normal. So we fished in that kind of crap for 3 straight days. And it was okay. I was surprised. So I'm okay. Carol's, yeah. So.
Nobody got sick?
No. Well, Carol would have been sick in 5 seconds.
Oh, Carol, I
she-
would have off. I would have been like, you guys, it's been cool. I'm out. I am wet.
Yeah, we, like you say, the whale watching thing we did was an experience. I kept trying to get them to see whales, especially out on the Vancouver side, and they just wouldn't. But I was able to rent a boat, and normally they wanted people, you have to, like, 10, 15 people go out, 20 people go out. And then I asked the guy, I says, so what happens if they get really seasick? And he goes, it's 3 hours. We're gone 3 hours. You come back after 3 hours, no matter how bad you feel. And so then I rented the whole thing. I just said, a one-time thing, we have to do it, just her and Steph. And so he took us out, and we saw whales and killer whales and breaching, like whales jumping out of the water. And it was great. But even the slightest little bump, on the water, they were like, and stuff like that. So Steph was, Carol from roller coasters to, doesn't like the no. So
did I ever tell you guys about the time when Lillian and my sister and I went out on a sailboat?
now, see, that would probably make me puke, because that's a lot of this, I think, right?
Yeah. We were asked by this captain, the sea captain, hey, would you ladies like to go for a boat ride? And my dad said, I'll stay here, because we had to, get dropped off at one place. He goes, I'll pick you up on the other side. So we went out with the sea captain on his big fancy sailboat. And he's like, you guys want a beer? And I'm like this on the side going, nope, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just going to stare the whole time. No, this is great.
Yeah, I don't know.
They train for the World Cup.
Oh, so some serious sailing then.
We're out there, and Lillian's maybe 6 months old, and all of a sudden Lisa goes, is that smoke? And I'm like, smoke? Where's smoke? She goes, is that smoke coming out from the lower part of the boat? Bill opens up the door, smoke is just, and I'm like, great, we're gonna die on a sailboat. My dad's waiting for us on the other side. So they had to call the Coast Guard.
Holy.
And the guy says, the Coast Guard person says, who's on the boat? And he says, I'm the captain, 1 male captain, 2 adult women, and 1 female puppy. They got there, and they had to, they latched onto us, and they had to do while the thing was going, and they carried Lillian to safe, and they took us to safe. Yeah, we were on fire.
Unreal. Wow.
Yeah. So, that's the other thing. That's the other thing. They were going, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. 1 adult male, 2 adult females, and 1 female puppy. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday.
At the time, I'm sure it was frightening if you're thinking this thing's going down.
I was ready to jump off. I said, I had a thing on, and I was going to I have Lillian sitting on one. I'm like, we're going to I would jump at that, what you described, that other thing, I would have jumped off and just knew that I was going to get eaten by a shark, and I would have been fine.
Yeah, I don't have a fear of water. Jaws scared me. I used to do a lot of scuba diving until the stupid sharks, and I know they're supposed to be good and all that stuff, but I don't have fears. Like climbing mountains when I was younger was like nothing, no fear of heights whatsoever. But Carol, just that's why we won't do cruises, mind you, with COVID and stuff and the craziness.
On a cruise. Forget about it.
I've never been. Some friends keep telling us you got to do it, you got to do it, but I think I would eat too much.
Yeah.
So I think I would, because this Christmas break, I said it's a free for all until New Year's Day, and I've got to watch the sweets and stuff like that. But I can't even. The turtles are gone. Like everything we had in this place, we're engulfing.
You ate them all.
I know. So Carol's like after this, but yeah, and I think on that thing I'd probably eat too much.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
You have to be a gym. I've worked on a couple of cruises, and yeah, because they feed you like 7 times. There's a pre-breakfast, then there's a breakfast, then there's a pre-lunch, then a lunch, then a snack. There's like 9 times. Then the dinner, and then there's an early, like before midnight thing, and then there's a midnight buffet.
Yeah, it's just.
Like 10 pounds in 3 days.
Yeah, and I just read today they said there's 80 cruises. I guess they resumed the cruises that they're struggling to see if they'll let them on land again because of the stupid virus, right? And it's
Anybody, why would anybody get on a cruise? Seriously.
now it's crazy. Today, Quebec, I'm glad it's looks like to be a better, if there's a better virus to get, but Quebec just shut down all their restaurants, all their places, all sports canceled. And if you're caught between 10 and 5 a.m. out of your house at night, Montreal's like a Parisian, party city. Like Montreal is not your casual Canadian city. This thing is like more French than half the cities in France. And between 10 and 5 a.m., $6,000 fine. If there's not an absolutely compelling reason, hospital must be going to work and you have ways to prove it. They did that immediately today at 5 p.m. Because the case counts are 4 or 5 times higher than they've ever been, and the hospitals, all their hospitals will get overrun. They figured in 2 weeks. So, based on the trajectories of people getting sick, so but more so what they're seeing. So yeah, who would have thought 2 years later here we are, So
I kind of thought so, but
yeah. But outside of that, yeah, we're just enjoying the cold and relaxing and looking forward to tomorrow night. We'll pass the word. Have you heard about the Jenna party tomorrow to everybody and anything? So.
Yeah, anyone if you're inviting anybody, if you want anybody to come on Zoom, you have to let me know beforehand so that I can let them on.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. Like you say, if they're like you say, I try to get hold of Danny this week if he wants to pop on and do a quick little ditty about New Year's. He's the funniest guy you could ever meet. Or maybe we'll send a couple of these to share and say she's yeah, good luck with that, Carol says. Or any of these people that possibly can come on, let's have them come on. So
Time. That would be cool. Well, I'm going to jump off because I'm going to go in for a week. But this will be the first celebration tomorrow night. And I was thinking we could talk about resolutions if you guys do resolutions, and then we can maybe do like a general hypnosis thing with Andy on Tuesday night.
Yeah, mine's gonna be no more chocolate, no more sweets, and all that regular stuff.
You have to be more specific.
Yeah, it's like
or donuts or.
I probably need help, not so much for the symptoms of what I like, is starting tomorrow. I have to stop that somehow. Everything is like, okay, that's it. I'm not ever going to eat, starting tomorrow. If I can just do that now, then I'd be okay. So
my cousin put up a really funny thing tonight. He said, let me see if I can pick it up really fast. He said, and I'm sure people have seen it before, but it said, I'm opening a gym called Resolutions. It will have exercise equipment for the first 2 weeks, and then it turns into a wine bar for the rest of the year.
A wine bar. That's it. That's it.
So,
Well, anyway, thank you guys.
Carol, can you get a letter?
What's that?
You need a letter.
Carol, think of a nice letter.
A nice letter.
Nice letter.
N
N.
for New Year's, I guess.
Well, thank you for the Morocco. And you didn't put a coat on tonight?
I know, it was stupid. That's when my dog came to me immediately, like, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? You know, that type of thing. So,
Yeah, she was thinking, you don't do that.
you know, she was worried. She does that as soon as she's worried. So,
Is she there now? You okay?
no, she walked over. She goes in the dark and lays down on the tiles. And so I was walking and I kicked her by accident. I didn't know she was on the ground and she just ran like I did it on purpose. I mean, poor little thing, like she had so many treats after that and petting. So, but I'm heartbroken today. So for the little thing.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't, but she was okay. So.
Wow.
That made it all better.
I know I made it better. She was okay. But anyway.
Treat from us.
Yep. Well, thank you guys. And we will see you tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.
For the Morocco, don't step on Zoe anymore. Have a good night, everyone. Rest up for tomorrow. Hey there, Nicholas Night. Hey, it's all a Nick at night, and everybody, there's an end for you. Hey, Pat Moriarty, how are you? And when will you be back to hang out with us, please? Thank you for being here tonight. I know there's that night again. I will say thank you, Rob and Carol, once again. There's an N. Oh, yes, there's an N. And stay safe, stay healthy, and be real and nice. So everybody, once or twice. Check out tomorrow. We'll be celebrating in the morning. Armando, there's another N for you now. Oh, now. Oh, now. Check out the newspaper article from the Herald Palladium today. I thought it was cool. Carl, thank you for reminding us that it was today. Okay, here we go. Nonsensical thoughts, notorious words, and a new and neat heart. Happy New Year, everybody. Here we go. It starts. It's starting. It's happening. Love hard. Thank you very much for being here. Good night. Real hard.